Hello, hello. If you clicked on this video, you are you're in the right place. I feel like there's so many that says stuff like that now. It almost feels like it's fake when I say that. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems like everything, whenever something becomes a habit, it ceases becoming sort of valuable. And what is that? That's the egoic part of us that is used to the repetitive nature. And that's also safety, right? It's very safety to know what's familiar, to have a bed to go to have this, to have your routines. It feels very comfortable for the body. But you can have crooked routines and crooked ways of looking at things that create weird things on the outside and on the experiential part of being a human. And that, at its root, has your perception is what creates all of that. All of your experiences is created from the inside. And so if you are not sure about how energy moves and what things truly mean, and if you superimpose your own ideas on things, it's not going to be accurate. You're going to create some kind of twisted version of what you could have been. Especially now, there are more people that are sort of like popping. When we say popping, meaning like their spiritual ability suddenly just came on. Suddenly, you went from, you thought you saw colors, but then you saw suddenly ultra colors. Or that you suddenly just start to hear more things. Those are the byproduct of this spiritual ascension. And all of you are part of it. You can't opt out. By being here, you're part of this. So this is not something that you either do or you don't. You are part of it. It's a matter of, are you aware and are you utilizing that for your benefit, or are you just getting dragged by circumstances or events that just seems to happen to you? These are very two different experiences that you can have. One is in the dualistic perspective, and the other one is in the holistic perspective. We are teaching you how to look through the eyes of an ascended master bit by bit, because you can't get there in one go. That's logical, right? You can't take a baby, and just suddenly put a suit on them and it's the same with these spiritual, metaphysical experiences that you can have. They are built from more energy. They're built from more energy flowing through your body. Very simple. And what dictates if something does produce more energy through you or not? That's a good question. If you are thinking, if you are using your awareness, let's not even go thinking. If you're using your awareness correctly, that means using your thinking faculties, your imagination, the way that you are self-correcting, what you determine yourself to be. What is the body's signals? What is your intuitive, and how can you get them to dance together? Because it's not correct that it's only the intuition that's correct. That's just another, you can get flighty and out of course with that. There are many spiritual beings that have done that. But similarly, to balance this out, you have to include the body into it. If this stuff doesn't match the body, something is up or off, right? And it is about truly comprehending what feelings mean and how you can utilize them so that you can receive more energy from your feelings. Because that's also something that truly, when you sink into the body and you truly allow the body to do what it naturally does and let it be okay that it does what it naturally does. Don't stop the body, but then observe the body and then go, meaning your behavior, what you do with other people. That's not you, that's you with other people, like it's bouncing around with energy. What energies are you sort of falling for? What energies are you doing this for? That, like, you have to maneuver and manage that. And that takes some effort to do that. And so today is day 1 of these 28-day consciousness shifts that we are having. Every single day we are channeling Jeshua and the Ascended Masters to correct, they're correcting my perception every single day to look at the lens through this holistic perspective. Sometimes my body feels fear and all kinds of things, and then after a channeling, they sort of like, my body is just, yes, thank you. So I've come to really value them. Just coming through my body is super, super soothing. And it allows for this integration so that I can see clearer the holistic perspective in every single area of my life. So I've now been through this phase of the hermit mode where I have sort of disassembled and organized all of my life up until this point. And now, from now forward, not just now, but it has been for quite some years now, we have shifted our perception about what we're seeing every single day, little bit by little bit, with Jeshua and the Ascended Masters guiding me. And it's sometimes it's a lot of feeling sometimes, and it takes some maneuvering. But boy, is it worth it, because I've started to see this in a totally different way. This soul-body relationships. It's not what people are portraying it as. It is much more an experiential thing for us now. Because now we're seeing the correct thing, and we know what the soul is and what the body's mechanisms are, and that it's our responsibility to actually correct the body. That's our responsibility. That's not someone else's. You shouldn't outsource that to some therapist. It's completely okay to do that, though. I'm not saying anything against therapists. They're doing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful work. I have personally also had a lot of help in the dualistic perspective from therapists. But at some point, there comes a time where you are tired of this old way of doing things, and you want the new. And the one thing that you see is that the only thing that is hindering you is yourself. And what you're doing every single day. Every single day. To make something a new habit. Whether that is going from this dysfunctional way of operating and communicating with people to a much more healthier version, or if it is going from being skinny to having some muscle, or if it's from having your intuitive abilities going from 0 to hero, let's say. Whatever the focus is, everyone is on this journey of ascension. Because that is what ascension is. It is the elevation of the body into higher frequencies in all different aspects. So if you are noticing that you are expressing like a little kid over here, maybe with women or with men specifically, those are things to look at. Where am I still behaving, feeling like a little kid or a little bit immature still? And just, I noticed that. Okay, cool. Put some attention there, some love there. Of course it's okay. Of course it's fine. But it's like, yeah, what else can we do here? What else can we grow into here? And this is where the Kundalini starts to become actual visceral things and habits that are of a much more, it's like you get to see the flowering of a human. That's really what we're talking about here. And what we're seeing about human consciousness is very, very beautiful right now. It's just, we are feeling, and we know very clearly now that if someone is creative, that's a very healthy human. That's a human that's quite mature, that they are using their sexual energy and they have risen it up until it moves the body into something. And that something is usually what turns into be who you truly are. Because it just naturally morphs as you are observing what you are actually doing in your body. It is a different way of thinking about this in a holistic perspective. So that we are looking at things in a way that is taking in everything. It's just including everything. It doesn't compartmentalize things. It doesn't say, okay, this rule is okay over here, but not over here. Oh, I'm okay to behave like this over here, but not over here. No, we are here to take all of that and start to collapse those realities or morph those realities into what is our highest expression here. And let the energy move you. Let Gaia move you into growing into more. That's the thing. That's why it is a dance with the body. It's such a dance with the body. If you truly want to get this connection. Because there are many that think that they have this connection, but they're still just receiving thoughts and having viewpoints from up here. It is so important to learn this connection. And even if you have this connection, you can still be a bit twisted. Which means that there are more alignment that can be had to have a smoother transition, which in turn allows for the manifestation to be rolled out to you like a carpet. Your manifestations will roll out to you like a carpet. When you start to see how you are utilizing your energy in alignment with the holistic perspective, which is energetic truth, which is not some arbitrary thing, but you can only feel it when you are truly have gone through the body and the body starts to trust you again. Because a lot of beings have disregarded their body in favor of pleasing that person, or because this is just how we do it, or all mind stuff, all conditioning, which is mind stuff. Those are old weeds. Pluck them all out so that all of that stream can be utilized for you. And so that is what we're doing with these 28-day shifts. We are going in and we are altering how we are maneuvering our human body, so that we are making sure that we are ascending in frequency, which means that we are embodying the spirit in the body, so that the spirit comes through and shines through the body. So that usually means some things that needs to be let go of for that light to fully land. And that's the alignment. From there, you and Gaia are in full connection, and you will be directly in communication with Gaia, and you will experience how it is to connect with her. This is an experience. It is not a mind thing. You can't figure it out from the mind. It has to be lived. Once you have the right connection, the movie of your life starts to unfold, like a flower starts to unravel itself outward. The same is true for human beings. When they have been through the dark night of the soul, which is consolidating and making sense of all of the shadow parts of yourself, all of that stuff that you don't want to look at, usually projected outward. Oh no, right? Fully in authenticity with your body. That's the game. And so if you wish to join us, there's a link in the bio, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. This was a channeling and a welcoming into this exploration of human consciousness, where we both channel and we are bringing through clarity on how you can be the best version of yourself. So sign up and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.